Am I the a-hole for leaving my own birthday party after my husband's joke speech? I 32F just wanted a normal birthday. Nothing extravagant. Dinner at home, a few friends and family members, cake, laughter, the kind of night where you feel loved and seen. My husband 35M insisted on hosting and said he wanted to make it special. I believed him. I should mention that humor has always been his thing. He likes roasting people, teasing, making sarcastic jokes. It has occasionally crossed lines in private, but I never imagined he would take it where he did in public. The night started off well. People arrived, music was playing, drinks were poured, and I genuinely felt happy. After dinner, my husband tapped his glass and announced he had prepared a speech for me. I was touched. Everyone quieted down, phones came out, and I smiled, expecting something sweet or sentimental. Instead, he started joking about my many flaws. At first, I laughed awkwardly because I assumed it would be quick and lighthearted. But it didn't stop. He joked about how I'm too sensitive, how I can't take criticism, how I overthink everything, how I nag him about small things, how I cry during movies, how I'm bad with directions, how I take life too seriously. Each joke was followed by laughter from the room. Some people looked uncomfortable, but most laughed along because he framed it as comedy. I felt myself shrinking with every sentence. These weren't exaggerated, silly jokes. They were things I had expressed insecurity about to him in private. Things I had trusted him with. He kept going for nearly 10 minutes. 10 full minutes of my husband listing my perceived shortcomings while everyone watched. I stopped laughing about halfway through and just stared at my plate, hoping he'd wrap it up. He didn't notice, or didn't care. When he finally finished, everyone clapped. He bowed like he'd just done a stand-up set. I stood up, grabbed my purse and walked out without saying a word. I didn't cry until I got to my car. I sat there shaking, feeling humiliated and stupid for thinking my own birthday was safe. My phone immediately started blowing up. My husband texted asking where I went. Friends asked if I was okay. I drove to my sister's house and spent the night there. The next morning, my husband was furious. Not apologetic. Furious. He said I embarrassed him by storming out and made everyone uncomfortable. He said it was just jokes and that everyone else laughed, so clearly I was overreacting. He accused me of ruining the party he worked so hard to plan. When I tried to explain how exposed and humiliated I felt, he doubled down. He said I should know how his humor works. He said if I couldn't handle being teased, that was my problem. He said I should have talked to him privately instead of making a scene. At no point did he apologize for what he said, only for how I reacted. 2 days later, a cousin pulled me aside privately. She hesitated before telling me something that made my stomach drop. She said she recognized some of the jokes because she'd heard them before from his ex-girlfriend. Apparently, my husband had been in contact with her off and on over the years, and those exact jokes were things the ex used to say about me when she and my husband overlapped socially years ago. My cousin said she overheard him rehearsing the speech earlier that week and thought it sounded oddly specific and cruel. When I confronted my husband about this, he went silent. Then he admitted that his ex helped him polish the speech. He claimed it was harmless and that she's better at comedy. He said he didn't think it mattered where the jokes came from because they were true anyway. That sentence broke something in me. Now the situation has split our social circle. Some people say I was right to leave and that the speech was humiliating. Others say I should have laughed it off and talked to him later. My husband insists I owe him an apology for embarrassing him publicly and says I'm blowing everything out of proportion. I can't stop thinking about the fact that the person who humiliated me the most on my birthday wasn't a stranger, it was my husband, using words crafted by someone who never wanted me in his life in the first place. So am I the a-hole for leaving my own birthday party after my husband made a joke speech about my flaws, or was walking out the only way to protect myself?